Hello, everybody. Today we're just going to touch base about network marketing in general. I just wanted to share some concepts with you and some ideas with you to help empower you when you're talking about network marketing. So let's just pop over to the slides and get ourselves started. So the history of network marketing is that Avon really started network marketing in 1886. So it's amazing how long Avon's been around, and it's really a household name now. And nobody really thinks, differently of Avon. Nutrilite was founded in 1934, and Nutrilite actually became Amway. And then we've got Mary Kay that was started in 1963, and you know, when we're talking about the stigma maybe around network marketing, I want to just talk about franchises, because in the 1950s, franchises were really considered like kind of cults. They were not really looked upon as a great way to do business. And now look at all the franchises. I mean, we've got franchises everywhere, right? We've got Tim Hortons, Starbucks, fast food chains, McDonald's. These are all franchises. And in 1979, there was really a landmark case, and that's where Amway went to the courts and they legitimized this business. So we're certainly indebted to Amway for really paving the path to making this distribution model a legitimate and legal way to do business in North America and globally. When we're looking at business in general, there's 5 distribution methods, and one is retail. So you could have a retail, and there's lots of examples of that. You go to the mall, there's the Gap, there's Chapters, there's all these different places where you go into the store, you purchase your products, and you leave. The second distribution model we've got is e-commerce. So e-commerce, the biggest one, Amazon, Amazon.com. You go onto their website, you purchase it, it gets mailed to you. The third way is consumer direct, and a great example of that is Costco, Sam's Club, where you buy a membership for X amount per year, and you go in and you're purchasing things at a discount price. Number 4 is franchise, where you are franchising, and we kind of talked about that. And then the 5th is network marketing, by referral, by sharing, by talking to people in your sphere of influence. When we're talking about network marketing, I always thought it's this party plan. I mean, my mom, when I was young, I don't know, she'd have these Tupperware parties. I don't know if anybody's in that age group where they can remember that. And I just envisioned all of these parties, right? And people would come, especially the clothing ones, where they'd come and have all these clothes with them that they had to purchase in advance. Similarly, Mary Kay, they have to purchase a lot of their products in advance to bring to the shows, to show people, to also then sell and retail and have it available right then and there. And then the other form of building is really online. And when I look at, and that's maybe social media and through networks, and really I look at it is when we're building a network marketing company, we have to do both. We have to do things in person, and we need to do things online to really build success. Now, in network marketing and direct sales, 36% of the business is with cosmetics and personal care, and 22% is in wellness products. So I feel pretty great that over 50% of the products people are using in network marketing or direct sales, we have them. We have wellness products, we have the skincare line and the Rejuvenity system, and so we can really have a great stake in the shares of the market. The average age of the top 6 American network companies is 61 years. That's amazing. The average in the top 6 is 61 years, and Isagenix is just on its 13th year. So to be in the top 20, you need to have an annual revenue of $650 million, and we are on track for $480 million. And in fact, we did hit the $500 million mark when we went between 2013 and 2014 we hit 500 million. And so we know that we are really moving up the ranks in network marketing very quickly. And for such a young company, this is an amazing thing. So you know you're in, the right company when that happens. Now, how does a company grow? It starts from formulation. So we have John Anderson, who formulated the products. We've got Jim and Kathy Coover, who formulated the compensation plan and the culture of the company. And what happened next is they had some concentration happen. So they brought in some key people at the beginning to build this business, to start sharing. It then hit critical mass, where it became more well-known. It started to spread. It started to exponentially grow. And then it moved to momentum. And that is where we are right now, in momentum. And this is why it's so exciting and why this is the time to put it all in. It's the time to, really go to the limit, because this is when that momentum and that fast growth happens. And then we move towards stability, where everything is stable. You're at that huge share of the market. So we are in momentum. I mean, even just look at the stats from January 2013 to November 2013. Look at the growth. It went up almost 100,000 people. And I also want to highlight, now in Isagenix, there's, I think, just over 300,000 active associates, worldwide people. And, think about that for a minute, because we haven't even touched the surface of how many people we can help in this business. So when you hear, oh, everybody's heard of Isagenix, or, oh, well, fine, everybody's heard of Pepsi, but people still buy it. Everybody's heard of Tim Hortons, but they still buy it. People hearing about it is actually a good thing, because people often have to hear about things 7 or 8 times before they purchase it. So hey, you know what? Let's get the conversation going. Let's, talk about it. Let's get people, talking about Isagenix in their house as a household name. So why Isagenix? Why do you want to partner with Isagenix? Well, the first thing is the products. The products go through rigorous quality control. There's real science behind them. They work. There's no compromise. In the 13-year history, there's been no letter regarding an inconsistency in the product through a governing body. For example, Health Canada, they do random testing, and if you are claiming something in a bottle that's not there, you're going to get a notice, and Isagenix hasn't. So we can feel confident that what's in the bottle is in the bottle, and it's not just a label. Also, you can feel comfortable. I remember a few months ago, there was an issue with where they were getting the cocoa for the Isadelights, and they stopped producing them, and they were not available. And to me, that shows the integrity of this company. They're not going to just randomly pick some cocoa that's less than, not to the quality they want, just in order for that dollar. And that means something to me. It means they're going to source out the good products and the good ingredients, and they're not going to compromise. They have a culture that is amazing. It's about family, integrity, legacy, sharing, service, camaraderie, belonging. They have great leadership. I can't believe the great leadership that I'm exposed to in this organization. And, it amazes me what people share for nothing, for free, for a thanks. The company puts on amazing events with amazing speakers, amazing trainers. And they have, obviously, the most amazing compensation plan. Jimmy Smith, who is really, the godfather of Isagenix, says confidence comes from competence, and he is adamant that we need to know the numbers. And I want to share this with you because this is astounding. So if you enroll 5 people in Isagenix, so if all you do is you find 5 people who are committed to using the products at 100 BV every month, and they are committed to doing the same. So we're talking about 5 people who are committed to using the products and are committed to finding 5 people to use the products. Look at what happens. 5 people, 25 people, 125, 625, 3,125, 15,625, 78,125 people. What does that mean? When we add it all up, it means we've got over 97,000 people in our organization. And imagine 97,000 people ordering at 100 BEV every month. That's over 99 million points going through. Okay, at an average payout, so I just did an average payout of 5%, Isagenix pays 6%, but it's still, and it's a huge amount of money, $488,000 a month. Now, what that means is you would max out, you'd be in reentry. But even if it fails 90%, you'd make $12,000 a week. The same is true if you enroll 2 people. 2 people, 12 levels deep, $12,000 a week. 10 people, 4 levels deep, $12,000 a week. Know your numbers. Now, how about when we're talking to a networker, somebody who's done networking before in a network business? We want to show them how this company is increasing exponentially. We want to share with them that we've got systems in place. We've got ISA movies for prospecting. We've got ISA product for product information. We've got isagenixhealth.net for the studies, for the health information. We've got isagenixbusiness.com to go through the business. We've got Isagenix ISA FYI that goes through promotions, recognition. It's all there. The systems are here. They're in place. They don't need to create systems in this business. The products, it's not a one product wonder. There is many products to choose from. We have the best compensation plan. There's the back-end residual and the front-end Monday. And you know what? We get paid daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. Daily pay comes from when you enroll somebody on that President's Pack or Business Builders Pack, you actually get paid your product introductory bonus right away. We get paid weekly, our income. We get paid monthly in the leadership pools. If you're a director or above, you get to participate in the leadership pools. And we get paid yearly by participating in the holiday pay. If you're a manager or above and you enroll at least 3 people every quarter in Isagenix, you qualify for shares in the yearly holiday bonus. And let me tell you, this is anywhere from a couple $100s to last year, the executives who maintained executive through the whole year earned approximately $4,400 in December as a bonus. I mean, talk about a holiday bonus. Okay, so making sure you know this. The key points, we're only building 2 legs. We get paid to unlimited death. We have a compensation plan that is global. There's no flush or wash. There's no breakaway, meaning you don't have to deal with somebody becoming a gangbuster, amazing person, business builder in your business, and then you lose them. You don't get the volume from them. That's what happens in a lot of network marketing companies. If you're enrolled, makes more than you no longer get the income from them. Not in Isagenix, they encourage it. They want you to have your people flourish. Okay? You go wide for show and deep for dough, people, as Jimmy Smith says. And of course, at the beginning, it's important to understand we start and we're grossly underpaid. We're doing a lot more work for a lot less pay. But if you can stick it out, and it's why it's so important to know your why. So if you haven't watched the webinar on knowing your why, you need to go back and do that, because you need to stay the course, because later on you're going to get grossly overpaid for a lot less work. So what does 5 years from now look like for you? You need to have a dream, form a team, and get to work. So I hope that gives you a little bit of information that you can use about network marketing in general and about businesses in general, so that you can use that when you're describing this business to people, and just a little bit about the numbers and the growth and the understanding. And this does help your belief. And the belief is so important, right? We need to have our beliefs in ourselves, in network marketing, the products, the compensation plan, the company, and we are with the right company and we are with the right compensation plan. So with that, I look forward to speaking with all of you soon.